What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Views. I'm your host, Esau Flea, and the villains are back with some more review action today to review the Marvel Studios' latest offering in the cinematic universe of wonder and shit like that. Villains, what's going on, y'all? Jruce and Reeks. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while, Jruce. What's going on, baby?
It's
how
been
you
a
been?
while, man.
How you going on? Let the villains know how you been. You know, give them a little update. What you been up to, bro?
Not much, just collecting figures as usual. You know, I started filming again for like the Fed matches and stuff. I've just been in the gym a lot. You know, that's why I've been a little bit AFK.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You've been looking like a tank lately. You've been looking like a tank on the gram lately. I've been seeing you, my boy. You look like you eat cement.
I appreciate that.
Like you eat cement for breakfast. Fuck out of here. What have you been doing on like the video game side of shit and like TV, movie, like what have you been like getting into?
All right, so I took a break from Stranger Things and I just finished season 3 and 4. I had a little watch party with my boys, so that was pretty cool. In terms of the video games, I'm still playing Devil May Cry. Played Devil May Cry 3.
Nice.
Beat the HD collection. Well, beat 1 and 2, but playing 3. 3, as you know, is the hardest one.
Can I ask you right now for a favor, live on air?
What's up?
Can you record can you go live with Devil May Cry 3 so we could post for like an oldies video one of these Thursdays?
Of course.
Nice retro, some nice retro. We're old now, so that's considered retro, baby. That's old school. That's what it is.
And just to plug that in, guys, if you have not check it out on Thursdays, the oldies. That is such a cool fucking thing, man. It's so cool.
Yeah, we're
definitely check it out.
We're gonna expand on it. You know, it's gonna get better as time goes on and shit. But that's what's up, bro. I'm happy to hear that everything has been good. You getting back into your bag and shit. And it's cold outside now, so we're gonna be in the crib a lot more. You know, we just came off the summer and shit where everybody's outside playing basketball, doing shit like that. So now that we in the crib more, I'm sure we're gonna connect more on some more content, as far as like reviews, podcasts and shit like that go. So happy to have you back, bro. Regal, second in command. How you doing, baby boy? What's going on over there?
Chilling.
You good?
Chilling.
You good?
Yeah,
you good?
man.
You alright? You good?
Yeah, baby.
You wanna know what else is good? You wanna know what else is good? This fucking movie. Can we talk about the fucking Marvels? Can we talk about it? Let's fucking talk about it, boys. So as we know, the Marvels came out. It's the sequel to Captain Marvel, even though that took place in 1990. This is somehow the sequel to that. In this movie, we had Miss Marvel team up with Captain Marvel and Spectrum or Photon. Not really clear on which name she's gonna go with in the MCU. But the 3 Captain Marvels kind of teamed up. Took on Darvin and her forces of the Kree. Bunch of shit going on. The movie kind of set up what we kind of wanted all the other movies up until this point to set up. So, Jruce, since we haven't heard from you in a while, get into it, bro. How you felt about the movie, especially with like all the kind of like plot twists and threads that they left off at the end, and post-credit scene. Full spoiler alert, everybody. If you haven't seen Captain Marvel, do not watch the review, obviously. We're just letting you guys know how the movie went, full spoilers. We're talking about everything. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, this is your time to back out. Juice, go off.
I'm gonna give them 1 second. All right, that's it. That's all I gave you guys. So first and foremost, this movie actually made me reflect on my previous ratings on the other movies like Thor and Doctor Strange. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check into our videos from last year. You'll see the reviews on those. I rated those movies extremely high, just based off of like entertainment wise, as opposed to like really looking at it from like the grand spectrum of it all. And overall, this movie did more for the MCU. It did more for the multiverse than Doctor Strange, in my opinion, and Thor as well. I don't even think Thor did anything, to be honest, other than just like cap off on his character if it's depending on there.
Well, they introduced not even to cut you off real quick. They introduced Eternity. That's really about like the only thing that they kind of like did as far as like gods and multiverses and shit like that. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so overall, so here we go with the plot. The plot, this movie really, it just delivered. It delivered because it wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. Sure, they could have elaborated maybe a little bit on certain things, but in terms of these 3 characters, I feel like it did its job. The plot was straightforward. The execution was great. I think moving forward, it allows the audience to gain some excitement as to what's to come, because it builds not just for one universe but two, and just seeing how everything culminates now is just like, it's just incredible, you know, because that's all I really wanted for the longest. As you guys may not know, I haven't really been entwined with like Loki season 2, and not just, I just haven't gotten the time to see it. Same with the Nick Fury show, didn't get a chance to see that either. Yeah. So this definitely put me back in the loop. So definitely excited, and yeah.
How'd you feel about the villain? How'd you feel about like Darwin? And did you fuck with the villain?
I did. I felt that's probably what was like. I'm not gonna say it wasn't necessary, because it definitely was necessary.
Right.
I would just say that I don't know. It just wasn't that big of a deal in terms of a villain, in the sense, like, same thing with like with Thor. You had Gore, and he wasn't really like.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, the impact wasn't too crazy.
Right. Just because like she didn't really have a cerebral vibe, as opposed to somebody like Ultron or somebody like Thanos.
It seems like she was just acting out of emotion, to be honest.
Right. It was definitely like a misunderstanding kind of thing, but because of her being the villain, it actually elevates the story, just because of like, they explained so much how they called her, what was it? They called
the
her
Annihilator. The Annihilator.
Yeah, and just the whole story of like her destroying the AI and the Kree, and then like her just pretty much, she was just so like diluted on that, like, oh, this was my homeland, this was like what I grew up with, this is what I know, you know. And the Annihilator, Captain Marvel, just destroys everything. So, you know, she plays that important part of it that really ties in everybody together. So without her, there really isn't this movie.
Right.
But the main thing of it is that it does unify all three together, especially with Kamala, because Kamala has the other bangle, so it's like, it's really cool. So I enjoyed her. I definitely enjoyed her for what it was. However, I do feel her death was very quick, and didn't really feel, because my thing is that to a degree, character allowed you to feel. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I'm here.
Okay. I think to a degree, they were trying to make you feel bad or make you understand her side, because it's like, how would you feel if you grew up in an environment, somebody came in, took away everything that, you know, you sees to be like, what is the truth, you know, like, you feel empathy or sympathy for this said individual, but at the same time, it's like, you know, when she dies, it's just like, it is what it is.
Like, damn. Because she was wilding. She was wilding. Like, she had to be taken care of. She was gonna wind up fucking shit up, obviously, which she did.
Yeah, she was definitely sabotaging all of Captain Marvel's like planets and stuff. Like, she went to 2 different planets and just like violated, you know, like.
And she literally broke the fucking universe, which we definitely gonna get into. Like, you know, we gonna get into that shit. Absolutely.
And that's pretty much the significance of her death, was just breaking a hole between time and space. And I thought that was really interesting, because for somebody of that low tier level of a villain in terms of like power, she did create something spontaneous. So it's definitely interesting to see like moving forward what's to come.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that caught me off guard. Yeah, I didn't personally think she was gonna be the one to like break the fucking fabric of, you know, space and time. Like, I thought maybe a different plot thread would have wound up introducing us to like the post credit scene and shit like that. But the fact that it was her that kind of powered up at the end and almost actually fucking fucked the universe up, that was kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of got a little broad. Them bangles, which we got confirmation in this universe, are gonna be the quantum bands, you know, for Quasar, Falavel, all of them and shit like that. So they also kind of set that up. Reegs, how'd you feel about the movie? Say it for me, bro. Reeg Richards, how'd you feel, baby?
I love the movie. I think everybody expected something completely different.
Right.
But it was a good story, and they gotta admit that it was better than Thor.
Oh, shit it on Thor, absolutely.
I definitely like the villain arc. I mean, it explains it helps explains the story, just like Drew said. It helps explain it, and it gives us that content that we need.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's get into the post credit scene, y'all. Reese, how'd you feel about the post credit scene? Were you fucking hyped for that shit? Were you excited? What do you think is gonna happen from here?
Man, I think.
And actually, before we talk about it, explain what happened in the post credit scene. Spoilers, motherfuckers. If y'all ain't see the movie, we've been telling y'all get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so explain what happened in the scene, bro.
Post credit scene, you see Monica Rambeau go to a different universe, basically. We know that at the end of the movie, she was already in a different universe, and she had to close it up. So we see that she ends up in a different universe. Her mother, who she thinks is her mother, but it's binary.
Right. Yeah.
Is by her side, and then you see Beast, a
very handsome, brolic, blue-looking fucking beast, bro. Fucking awesome. So yeah, man, in this universe it seems like Monica Rambeau's mom never had her, right? Wound up becoming Captain Marvel of that universe and just been chilling with the X-Men, right? Because as we know in Marvel Comics, binary is the kind of like the alias that Captain Marvel uses when she joins like the X-Men for those couple of years in the comics. Let me be a fucking nerd real quick and show you guys. So it's funny because I was looking at this toy the night before the movie. So this is binary, right, from the comics and shit. And this is Captain Marvel's form. She's chilling with the X-Men. She's basically a full-time member of the team and shit like that. So it seems like in this universe, Monica Rambeau's mom became Captain Marvel, just like in Doctor Strange 2. Remember, we saw her as a part of the Illuminati, and she was Captain Marvel of that universe. So I believe in this universe, she also became Captain Marvel, but instead of joining the Illuminati, she probably just joined the X-Men and became binary. So probably just never had a kid, which is why she didn't recognize Monica Rambeau. And then we know Beast wound up coming out. He had the lab coat on, glasses and shit, looking handsome and shit. And yeah, man, I think he referenced Professor Xavier too. Started talking about Charles and shit like that. So it seems like the X-Men are fucking established. Jruce, how'd you feel about this shit?
Bro, that was one of the most exciting end credit scenes. Honestly, put me at like the end of my seat, just because like I avoided all spoilers too. Nonetheless, let me tell you that I went in this without knowing anything was gonna happen. Just seeing Beast pop up, that's the boy right there. Dude, if you don't like the X-Men, I don't know what's wrong with you. But just finally we get an introduction of the X-Men, regardless if they're in a different timeline, regardless if they're variants, regardless of this and that. It's just so surreal to see it happening unfold. And this is where I'm in the minority of people who will defend like the last phase moving forward into this phase, because it's like I enjoy the journey, I enjoy the storytelling, the progression of what is to come, and the fact that we have to go through, you know, all of those maybe disliked shows, good shows, semi-good shows, or to this moment it was just worth it, you know. And like you said, him referencing Charles, I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
fire.
excuse me, not only that, the camera just angles over to like the right side, and you see the big ass X on the door. I'm just like, bro, that is so cool.
And I heard
the fact that
not even cut you off. Another thing that was kind of like hidden in that scene, like you said with the door. Supposedly, if you look at Beast's like legs, obviously I only seen the movie that one time, so I didn't really get to see. But I think he has like a blue and yellow X-Men set of like pants on under the lab coat. So it seems like the X-Men would be fucking fully established. Like you said, that might have been inside of the X-Mansion, right? Is that what we thinking? Inside of the mansion, maybe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it goes to what you even said too with Captain Marvel being binary. Like the fact that, and it's so interesting because it's like you hit the nail on it. When you see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you see Monica's mom in you know, in the Illuminati, whatever, and then now you see her in a different capacity with a whole different lifestyle. So it's like it's just intriguing to really navigate what really transpired in her time frame, and I really do hope we get some lore behind that. Just for the fact that like obviously the interaction with the both of them was just so like awkward in the sense of like you got Monica going, "Oh my God, Mom, I love you. I'm sorry."
You got
blah, blah,
Captain
blah, blah.
Rambo like, what the fuck is what binary? Like, what's going on? What are you talking about?
She's just like, "Bro, who are you?"
Right.
That's literally what she said. She's like, "Yo, who are you?"
She said,
So it's just
who the
like,
fuck is this guy?
yeah, who the fuck is this
Who the
guy?
fuck is this guy?
So just seeing that interaction and also seeing that like Monica she's surprised but also she's vulnerable, but she's
Right.
also aware of what she's getting herself into, because I like that, because I don't like for them to just make her be like, oh, you know, like I'm in another timeline, oh no,
Right.
save me. Like she just like, oh shit, like I know where I'm at, like I'm in a different spot, it's over.
Especially
like,
with her having experience from WandaVision, so she kind of knows like all the shit that it could possibly go on, and they already knew that when she was trying to seal the shit up, she kind of knew like, oh, okay, this is the other side of the universe and shit. Like, you know, she'll start putting two and two together when she
right, and then
shit.
Just her having the preconceived notion that there are other potential heroes, such as the X-Men, that's gonna be so cool. I really do hope. I don't know if it'll lead, and this is just me like fanboying now. I don't know if it'll. I know it's gonna obviously lead into like a movie or something, but whether it's a movie or whether it's a show, I really do hope slowly throughout that transition they show everybody come into play, like Cyclops.
Oh my God,
unique characters.
And you want to know what this got me hyped for? They bring it. All right, so Beast. I didn't know this, but at the time I'm just watching it, you know, just super excited to see Beast live action screen, you know, CG fully looking like the Beast that we know from the comics. But I didn't know that it was actually Kelsey Grammer that came back to do the voice for Beast, and we know that Kelsey Grammer was the original Beast in the first 3 X-Men movies. So if they're bringing back all these motherfuckers, y'all better bring back Scott. What's his name? Scott Marsden, the original Cyclops. He was the fucking GOAT, bro. He was recently in Sonic the Hedgehog. That was like the movies he's been in recently. He's the main character besides Sonic in those movies and shit.
Westworld, all that.
Yeah, bro. He fucking goated actor. If y'all bring it, I mean, there's rumors that he's coming back for Deadpool 3, but y'all need to bring him back. Bring back the original Jean Grey. You know, Halle Berry. All those iconic X-Men from them first couple of movies. Obviously, we got Hugh Jackman back. They need to bring everybody. Need to bring everybody in. It's that time. Especially if they're gonna reboot the MCU after Secret Wars. Let's deal with the old X-Men universe now. Let's deal with all that shit now, and then once everything gets rebooted, then we start seeing new actor for Wolverine. You know, new actor for this person, new actor for this person. That's probably 5-10 years down the line. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it definitely makes sense. And like I said, whether it's a variant or not, like one thing I like, back to what I'm saying about like the variations and stuff, like look at the variant of Reed Richards. Obviously I wanted him to be recasted. Unfortunately, you know, he's not, but we got Pedro Pascal, who's a great actor. A very interesting role nonetheless. However, like it's just something to note that like it's not just a fan service, it's more so of like paying respect to the original, so that way they can open the gates for you know, the newcomers, you know, so that way they get a new idea, a better idea of like, how should I portray this character, how should I get in tune with this character. So
that's a fact. All right, boys, so seems like we're all pretty high on the movie. You know, we all kind of like the villain, the motive, the things that it set up. It seemed like it did everything that a Marvel movie should do. You know what I mean? Decent action, solid story, believable villain, and then, you know, setting up something further on. Because I'm not gonna lie, there were some other movies this phase that were solid, but the shit that they set up wasn't really cooking. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, what are y'all trying to cook right now? We need y'all to set up this multiverse shit that we know is on the horizon. So seems like we were pretty high on this movie. It did a lot of the carrying besides Loki of this phase as far as setting shit up. Boys, I want to ask y'all, since we saw the movie, what would you rate it out of 10? What would be your rating? Regal. 0 out of 10. Which number you going to?
8.
Giving it a nice 8 out of 10? Solid 8? Okay.
Yes, sir. Solid 8.
Okay, I like 8. Jruce, what about you, baby boy? What would you give this? Mute it, baby. Mute it. Ah!
I just had a scenery because of the background noise. But
you good, bro. You good.
They're bad, good. So I give it a 7.8.
Nice.
A solid 7.8, because I don't want to sit there and throw out the big numbers like I did previously, and it wasn't like it wasn't in regards to like, you know, to very critical judgment. It was more so of just like bias, you know.
Yeah.
I also wanted to note one thing too that we should have spoke about as well. But I'm gonna bring it up now. The connection, the time span of, you know, Captain Marvel and Monica, like how long?
That was
since they seen each other.
Yeah, that was fire. Yeah, that first scene of them actually confronting each other, it was like this weird energy. Like they didn't want to really. One was being weird because she didn't want to confront her aunt. The other one was being weird because she didn't want to confront her past. And it was just fire to see them come together. And then like the way the powers, like we didn't talk about this either because it's like more like of a detailed thing. If we were recounting the entire movie, we're just kind of reviewing it. But the way the powers worked, you know what I mean? We could talk about those, like the way that lent itself to like the fight scenes and the storytelling and shit. Like there was like changing the whole time. And then you see, like it's so smart because then you have Captain Marvel automatically meet Miss Marvel's family. Then you have Monica Rambeau meet Miss Marvel's family. Then you have Kamala Khan go meet, like, you know, all while their powers are switching, and you have all of this, you know, world building and storytelling real quick going on. I thought this movie did a really, really good job. So that's a control of Jruce, but just to get my score out there, I'm gonna give it a 7. So I guess we can all agree on a 7.5 out of 10 for the movie. You know, just to kind of meet.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Okay, all right. So 7.5. But yeah, man, movie was fucking dope, and I think that like you have to start going into these Marvel movies, and sorry to say it, but especially the woman-led Marvel movies, you have to go into them without reading comment sections. You can't listen to these fucking male reviewers that's just shitting on movies because there's women in it. These fucking men hate women, bro. Don't listen to them, bro. This is a good movie. The action was really good. Storytelling was good. Go see this shit if you're a Marvel fan. You know what I mean? Don't wait till it hits Disney Plus because it's definitely not gonna hit the same, especially with that post-credit scene. You know what I mean? I wouldn't personally go see it again. There's a lot of Marvel movies I wouldn't go see it again. I'm usually a one and done guy until it hits streaming services, but I liked it, man. So I guess, you know, 7.5 out of 10 from the villains. Yeah.
So one last thing too.
One more thing.
One more thing. What I absolutely adored too was the ending when Kamala recruited Haley.
Oh shit!
Bro,
the mid scene, the mid credits.
Bro, that was so cool because it's also leading to the Young Avengers, bro, and I'm like so excited for that, bro. It's so cool.
Facts, and they also like name dropped Ant-Man's daughter during that scene too.
Yeah.
To recruit.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think who else is up. I know they're thinking about introducing possibly Nova one of these days, probably the younger one to join them. That would be fire. Bring Miles Morales in already. It's time. Bring in the champions. Let's do it. Bring everybody. It's time to go, man. And they also brought in Hulk's son. Forgot about that. They brought in Scar.
I forgot.
Yeah, Scar could be on the team as well. Yeah, I forgot about that because usually it would be Hulkling, and Hulkling is like basically the hybrid child of a Kree and a Skrull, and he kind of like runs the army and shit. So probably would have been him, but they'll have it be Scar as like the fill-in for the movies and shit like that. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think of the Marvels down below in the comment section. Let us know if you agree with our score or disagree. Let us know why as well. And yeah, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode of Views. Be safe and peace out, guys. Gang, 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 gang.